Guys, today I want to share some general advice and tips for new survivors. Ever since Nic Cage came out, I've seen a huge influx of new people into DBD, and while that's great and everything, new Nic Cages are not lasting very long. So, in this video, I'll go over sort of 5 tips and general strategies slash advice for new players or casuals who just don't play this game a whole lot. So, let's get into it. So, number one, well, the best tip that I can give new players with starting out in this game is to don't play afraid, right? Always play like you're in an online competitive game because DBD is an online competitive multiplayer game, right? It's no different than Rainbow Six Siege, BattleBit, Battlefield, Call of Duty, where you're in an online environment playing with other people. Right. I guess you could kind of say that the only single player component of this game is the bots, the custom matches, but for the most part, you'll spend your time online. So always keep in mind that there is always going to be another person on the side of the monitor who's controlling that killer. The second tip that I can give new players, new Nic Cages, is don't be afraid to take hits or body block if you're given the chance or opportunity there. So many times have I seen new players just scatter and hide around a bush. While that stealth is an option sometimes and may be the better option there for you, more often than not, you can use that health state to body block and take a hit from someone else who's getting chased to allow them to sort of extend the chase or take aggro to them to sort of save them. Chases are vital in DBD. It is essentially the bread and butter of the game, the most fun aspect, and the longer the chase, the more time you're wasting for the killer, which means there's more time to get gens done, to heal up, to do a totem, or to get the ice skates powered and escape. Number 3, what I could also say is don't be afraid to use the new survivor icon portraits. So, when I first started back in what, 2014, 15? Eesh, it's been that long already. Um, you didn't have icon portraits next to survivors in game telling you what they were doing, right? You didn't know what the heck people were doing. You didn't know if Claudette was doing the gen, if Meg was going for the rescue on Dwight, if Dwight was in the corner somewhere, if he's doing a totem, chest, exit gate, etc. So always just keep in mind to use those portraits there to gain intel and information on the current situation, right? You can see, oh, well, Dwight's almost done the gen, Meg's hooked, Claudette's also doing a separate gen, I'm not really doing anything, so therefore, I'm available, I can go and take the hook or take aggro, and then Claudette can get off the gen and go help, well, I said the Meg who's on hook. So, just bear in mind at all times what your other team members are doing, and I guess this is more tailored towards solo queue, as solo queue is the hardest role to play in DBD. And number 4 is to plan out your chases and to look around in your environment if you're getting chased, right? Like it or not, you're going to have to be chased and take chases in Dead by Daylight. It's kind of like a game of tag, essentially. But when you're in the chase, don't be afraid to pan your camera around, look behind you. That's a big one. I've seen so many people don't look behind them and chase and just run in a straightforward line like a zombie. Don't do that. You won't last very long. So don't be afraid to pan your camera around, check, okay, how far is this killer behind me? Can I make this window loop? Do I fake it? Can I maybe 360 and negate the hit? And when you're chasing, always keep in mind of where things are located. Like, hey, there's this window here. There's an LT wall, but over there to my left, there's a junk tile. I can vault that, head to the junk tile, or maybe vault it, loop the killer back again. Maybe, fake out the window vault. They buy it. You loop back around to the junk tile. Just look around to make sure there's opportunities to chain together your chase so that you can loop the killer for a longer time and to allow your teammates the time to do the gens there. And number 5, it's okay to heal at the hook, right? Whenever you unhook someone, unless you hook dive someone and you unhook them right from the killer's face, generally it's okay slash safe to heal at the hook, right? Because if you run away, you waste precious seconds running to some corner of the map in China or Australia, and then you waste even more time healing. So to negate that and to be as efficient, you should heal at the hook. Now again, there are certain scenarios and situations where killer's coming back, can't really heal. In that case, I would recommend just to take a take aggro or take a hit for the unhooked person so they can get to safety. You could take aggro and take the killer onto a chase there. And that's generally it. I know it's not much advice or anything. It might be common knowledge, but to new people / casuals, it may be something that they don't really think about very much. So, and again, I'm not the be all end all, right? You can listen to this, say you don't know what you're talking about. Okay, fair enough, right? Like, I can't tell you how to play this game, but just if you're struggling, keep dying very quickly, scratch your head wondering what to do. This is just sort of general tips and advice I can give you to sort of start on the right path there. So that's it for today's video. I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya!